Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with fabulous concert programs. Music you can play at home because you're never going to hear it in concert, sad though that may be. And we are working on our Alan Pettersson Symphony Cycle. We're up to number 5, which means Symphony number 6. Because there is no number 1 that he completed. There is a number 1 that was completed by others, as I've pointed out numerous times in this series. So we're up to Symphony number 6. And as usual in this series, so far, it's not going to be the rule, but generally speaking, these symphonies are going to be played first, right up front, in your face, because they are difficult, long, intense, emotionally grim pieces. And while, yes, they are difficult in some respects, in other respects, they are absolutely beautiful, lyrical, gorgeous works, romantic works in a way. But yes, they are challenging. And so I want the audience to be fresh. I want you to be fresh with your ears wide open. Now, Symphony number 6 is I think one of Pettersson's really great ones. It's an amazing piece of music, not necessarily his most popular because it's quite long. It's nearly an hour long. It's in one continuous movement. It doesn't get talked about like, for example, the 9th, because people kind of draw the line at number 6 and say from 7 forward we have Echt Pettersson. How did I say Pettersson, whatever. It's Pettersson. It's Echt Pettersson, and from before then, it's like, well, you can sort of like, for hardcore, Petterssoners or Petterssonics or whatever you are. But I disagree with that, because I think Pettersson really sort of hit his stride in terms of his mature symphonic output. Not that the rest of it isn't worth listening to. It is, actually. It's quite splendid. But number 5. But 6 is an enlargement of everything that he did, because it's quite long, and it has this marvelous integration of all of the elements that we look for in Pettersson symphonies. For example, these islands of lyrical calm, alternating with outbursts of ferocious energy and nasty march-like stuff, and screechy, screamy, muttery, declamatory angst. Yes, it's all there. But the cool thing about the 6th is that all of those things are sort of integrated. That is, even when the lyrical bits are lyricizing, there's always an undercurrent of unease. And it seems like the motives of the various sections, the percussion rhythms and the short little aphoristic, leitmotifs that characterize his more violent music, all of that stuff is present even over the lyrical stuff. So the entire piece is like one giant flowing current. It's like a river that flows through a landscape, and sometimes the landscape is shattered and apocalyptic and terrifying, and at other times it's quite peaceful and beautiful. But all through it, the river flows, and it's an amazing achievement, I think, for that reason. But it is tiring. It's tiring to listen to. So I want to, right up front, where there isn't going to be any question that the audience is going to flee, unless they really want to leave as soon as they arrive, and give people a chance to take it in. Then we have intermission. And after intermission, as usual with this series, I am choosing music as contrasted as possible to give the audience something different, something completely lighter and fresher and happier. And, you can listen to it as though you've just arrived. Which I think is really the thing to do, especially after a piece as sort of devastating as the 6th Symphony. So after intermission, we begin with Hugo Alfvén, which is marvelous because Alfvén was a contemporary of Pettersson, another Swedish composer. And we're going to use his most popular piece, the Midsommarvaka, the Swedish Rhapsody number 1. That's it. No, Midsommarvaka. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. It's his Swedish Rhapsody number 1. It's folky. It's cheery. It's delicious. It's kind of amazing. It came from the same country as the Pettersson 6th. And I think it says something about the range of music available in Swedish culture at the first half of the 20th century or in the middle of the 20th century. Yeah, there was some really cool stuff going on and a wide range of musical idioms. And after that, we just want everyone to have a good time. Liszt, Piano Concerto number 1. What could be more fun than that? Seriously. I mean, we get some whiz-bang soloist, and you tell the whiz-bang soloist, look, you do the Liszt Piano Concerto No. 1, and you get all the applause at the end of the concert. For those however many are left, of course, I'm pretending it's going to be a real concert. At home, that's not an issue, is it? You can play whichever one you like. And wow, it's a great program. It's a great program because one of the reasons, aside from the Swedish angle, is because after the first half, after the Pettersson Sixth, people are going to be, it's a lot to take in, let's put it that way. And it's a full hour, so it's a long first half. So after the intermission, you want a shorter second half. But on the other hand, you don't want it to look like it's nothing but fluff or uninteresting, or you're not getting bang for your buck. So there are two works on the second half, but neither of them are terribly long. See, that's the point. The Rhapsody, what is it, 10, 12 minutes, something? And the Liszt Concerto, for all of its popularity, is quite short. It's about 20 minutes long. It's in 4 interlinked movements. It's very peppy, and it has a wide range of incident over a very, in short segments. And so nothing outstays its welcome. And I think it's a wonderful way to freshen up the audience after having survived Pettersson Symphony No. 6. And I know I use these terms about it's really like dire, but it's not. It's really not. I mean, the last time I listened to it on the way to doing this talk, I wanted to make sure I wasn't insane. So I played this program for myself on the train coming back from work in New York. I'm on the train for about 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes. And it actually, the whole program is less than that. But I played the Pettersson Sixth, and I played Alfvén, and I played Liszt, and boy, it worked well. It worked really, really well. It was a lovely program on the train, including the entire Pettersson Symphony. And actually, these symphonies are wonderful. I do want to recommend them if you travel. If you have long periods of time, or a long period of relative quiet when you can just sit for an hour and you want to kill an hour. I mean, they are fabulous for that, because they create their own sense of time, and really they're over before you know it. I don't find them at all dull, because the range of incident in these symphonies is enormous. So it worked really, really well for me, and I think it will work for you. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Enjoy this program. I think you will. Take care.